Everyday hustle like William, I'm charging the chicken just for the verse again.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I won't complain. I'm gonna do my.
So somebody got it worse than you. I promise you, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, yeah. Just
how'd you get into renting and everything?
Man, I've been doing this. It's in my blood, I think, bro. Honestly, you feel me? Both of my folks did this shit. I just rented your room straight up off, just off talking to you. So, you keep that in mind, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man. Listen, man, you don't understand. Like, things been hard for you, man. Like, in and out the hospital. I just got out the rehab center. Been 2 months in the hospital. Bro, like, it is a blessing. It's truly a blessing. That's why I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, it's at the top of my budget, but I'm going to make it work. So I appreciate you, bro.
John, that's why I call you one of the holy men, John. If you heard me give you credit for being one of the holy men.
Where you want to start, Izzy? Where you want to
start? No, it's interesting. It's interesting the correlations that you make. They're not for you to be an alleged intelligent man. They're very nonsensical comparisons and nonsensical reaches that you make. John, I assure you, I could get on stream. I've done it before for 2 weeks straight. I got on stream. I wore a different tie, a different shirt, a different blazer every day for 2 weeks straight just to show that I could. I have button-up shirts. I have ties galore. I have suits. No problem, right? I'm one of those people who wears what they want to wear because that's what I want to do. But I can mix and mingle in any group, in any setting. I've been in sales my whole life, and I've been at the top of sales my whole life. So for me to fit in any type of arena is a non-issue for me. So I like the way that you continue to try to correlate what I wear with my intelligence and with my social stature. It's real. It's quite amazing. And then the fact that you make it seem as if I need to wear things that are pleasing to the so-called dominant society is even more interesting when you're literally making a case for staying segregated. So why would I care about what the dominant society thinks about what I wear?
Oh, you said a lot. I don't know where to start. As you were talking, though, I will say this. And one of my ladies is African. And she wears African garb from time to time. But more or less since she's here in America, she dresses American. She may sprinkle in a little African garb from time to time on a Friday or something like that. She's going out. But I think, and see, a lot of times I'm speaking generically, but you're on the internet, so I can point to you so people who don't think that way can have a visual, right? I don't know you, never met you before. But the type, even though you may not fit the type in full, right, is what I'm referring to. So this is what I'm saying. I think blacks put a lot of emphasis on clothing. When you're saying this to me, as you were saying what you said, I have ties, I have suits, I have this, I have that. That's a lot of money investing in clothing, right? And I don't think the larger population, if they heard that, like MasterKim is an Asian here, he probably listened to you and like, that's a lot of money investing in clothing. MasterKim, don't let me speak for you. You can speak for yourself.
Oh yeah, but obviously there's certain degrees, and obviously very successful people are going to have, a lot of everything. I think many of your references are related to people that don't got their shit together, putting the wrong emphasis on their gear and stuff like that. I think Izzy, out of all fairness to John, he's been on this tip even before you and the hats. Whether it be his tenants, whether it be, it just so happened that you were the cherry on top of this ongoing thing that is proving about lack of focus. You are obviously very successful, and you're doing what a successful man does do and have. The others that earn half your income are the ones acting a fool, getting all geared up, and so you're in a completely different situation. I see that, many of the listeners see that. I think it was just interesting timing more than anything about the hat dialogue, and I'll be quiet.
Well,
Thank you, sir.
I forgot about the hats. And so again, like you say, you have 30 hats. I played a clip of white men responding to that, because the average white man, right, at your level or below, or maybe even a step or two above you, it's not going to have the same percentage of money. And I'm speaking about black men, right? We spend a lot of money on looking good versus any other race of people. I think you would agree with that, men and women. I've done streams about how much money black women spend on hair.
But this is the thing, right? If what you're spending your money on is a liability, it's a liability regardless of what you're spending your money on, right?
Hold on, Izzy. Well, because I know where you're going with this, but what I'm saying is this: there's a reason why these blacks are spending money, why 50-year-old men are getting hair pieces put in.
Well,
wait, hold on. There are reasons why black women spend more money and they're poor than any other group of people, even the more wealthy groups. We got to get to the bottom of that.
Well,
right?
but the thing, but see, the problem is that unfortunately, it doesn't seem like you're able to differentiate. Because right now, I could show you 60 books that's right in front of me right now, right? 60 different books, various authors from Robert Kiyosaki to Napoleon Hill to.
Again, I'm not talking about you in particular. Sure, you read books, but go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Right. To Anthony Robbins, to Don Miguel Ruiz, like they're to just all different types of things, right? But the problem is W. Clement Stone or Zig Ziglar or whatever the case may be. So when you're talking about people who are able to monetize, commercialize, and finance whatever look that they bring, and that's bringing the money, that's an asset. It's not a liability. So you compare so-called white people to so-called black people without having an understanding of the nuance of, is this person purchasing assets or is this person purchasing liabilities? And so that one could argue that all different races of people, if they're not financially literate, they purchase liabilities. And,
well, okay. Hold on, Izzy. Again, let's not focus on personal liabilities.
But that's the basic.
Hold on. But
right?
I want to focus on, why do black women, the poorest race of people,
Man,
let's focus on it, because that's very interesting to me, right? Why would the poorest race of people spend an exorbitant amount of money on the top of their head and then rubbing oils and shit on their face? Like, there's something going on beneath that, right? Beneath the veneers, beneath the makeup and the wigs and all that other shit. There's something that they're trying to cover up. Then just the other day, I sent it to you, MasterKim, right? What you remember what I sent you? Tell us what I sent you.
You showed me, you sent over kind of a text relative to the breakdown annual gross spending that, I believe it was African-American men spend and stuff like that. And again, I'm against people.
And you were suggesting that I do a topic. What were you suggesting that I do a topic on that prompted me to send you that?
Oh, yeah. I said that the Botox for men, African-American men, is Jordans and what was the other one? The hats and then the dreads, trying to regain their youth. And I think that is a character flaw, because majority of the men are not successful like you, Izzy. That's a fact, right? So this is speaking to others, not you. I think it derails their success chasing after that P. Why are they chasing it? Why are they getting the Jordans and the dreads and the hats and trying to look clean and floss all the time? Is because they're chasing after that P. And I think that is a downfall of older men and whatnot. And of course, I'm saying a very generic, broad comment. But
this is primarily black men, correct?
Can I?
Would you say that's fair? I'm gonna let you talk, Izzy, but this is primarily black men that you're referring to, correct, MasterKim? That's what the topic was about. Go ahead, Izzy.
Okay, so this is the thing, right? Prioritization is key, right? As a man of any racial construct, whatever the case may be, you have to learn how to prioritize, right? So I would agree with the assessment of anybody who prioritizes chasing vagina instead of getting their life together and getting their business in order, correct? Now, the thing is this: Jordans, people make a big deal about Jordans. However, if when it comes to luxury shoes, Jordans are on the lower end of any luxury shoe brand that there are as far as payment. If you buy a pair of Gucci shoes, they're excess. I mean, they start at about $700 excess to thousands of dollars. Louis Vuittons, Christian Louis Vuittons, Fendi shoes, Givenchy, whatever the case may be. So these brands, Jordan represents an excellence, right? Jordan was a very disciplined person on the basketball court. He was a person that worked hard on the basketball court. He trained himself and worked himself into be one of the greatest basketball players to ever live, right? With a phenomenal net worth. So at the end of the day, the fact that people correlate people buying Jordans with one of the best of our so-called race and one of the greatest examples of hard work ethic and excellence as far as their craft is concerned, that there's some way a problem if people want to purchase those items is ridiculous. We are the only people, so-called Black people in America are the only people who get ridiculed for spending money with people from our own community. It becomes some sort of a dredge or some sort of
Hey, Izzy, can I interrupt you? Hold on, Izzy. I want to let you finish. I just want to interrupt just to let you keep going, okay? You said we're the only people that antagonize people for our own people for buying within our own race, correct?
I didn't say we are. I said we're the only people that get antagonized.
Oh, okay, and that's mostly by us, right? We're doing it to ourselves, correct?
Not mostly by us, no.
Right. Okay. Now let me ask you this question.
No, it's not mostly by us.
Okay, sorry. This question: Do you think Black people buying Jordans is like spending money with ourselves?
It is though.
Okay. All right. Keep going.
So this is the thing, right? There's a whole resale market, like I was trying to school you on before. So it absolutely is an economy onto itself if we allow it to be. But again, when we purchase things that could be beneficial to our community, that we could profit off of, that could actually be an asset instead of a liability, then people demonize it and make it something that's bad. So, I hear you. And like, you're not totally wrong in what you're saying, MasterKim, or even you, JohnGalt. At the same time, the problem is the fact that you highlight the worst, you refuse to acknowledge the best, and you refuse to acknowledge that it's all across the board. It's
I want to interrupt you. I want to interrupt you for just a second. I'll let you talk, right? I'll let you talk. I just want to get some clarification because I have a bad memory. I smoke. Man, I'm about to start drinking. Give me 1 minute. God damn. Nigga, I went to the store today, got me some fucking looking at shit.
Izzy, I think that John might be affected by let them eat cake, and this is what I mean. He has control, and I don't know through partnerships or whatnot, but he's got about $8 to $10 million worth of business properties he's in control over. So yeah, he could drive a little busted up Hyundai. He doesn't, just like Jeff Bezos, right? He can drive like a little 300,000 mile Mazda. It doesn't matter. So maybe John's a little bit more detached. I'm not trying to cape for him or anything like that, but maybe he's affected by the Jeff Bezos syndrome because he's got so much assets. He can drive an old ass Volvo. It doesn't matter. Because of what he's got control over. So I just want to squeeze that in there, that he is not the average man, despite his gym shoes and his little bike. You would think that, but I think that he's affected by whatever that syndrome would be. So John, I just squeezed in real quick that could you also be affected by, because I know that about $8 to $10 million worth of assets you've got control over, not to mention, I don't know what your personal homes are worth. Do you think that you got like that little Jeff Bezos thing going on where he can drive like a Mazda with 200,000 miles on it? He don't got to prove nothing. Could you be affected by that as well? If you don't mind me asking, I'm not trying to front you at all. And then you got someone else that just joined the stream, so I'll be quiet. Sorry, all. Sorry, Izzy.
Oh, that's hey man, Izzy. I'm sorry, I had to take my headphones off for 1 second. So if you don't mind me asking you to repeat yourself, Izzy, I didn't hear everything you said right after I stepped away. Sorry about that.
I didn't say anything. That was
Oh, sorry. Okay. Izzy, this was, and I don't know how much time you have, and cause I've been talking quite a bit, over the last couple of months. But one of the things, honestly, that I wanted to jump back in on that Jordan thing. I don't think that's us buying from our own, bro. I just why I strongly disagree with you, and I think that if and you're a much more intelligent man than many of these blacks that are buying Jordans. And they very well could be deluded to think that they are reinvesting money in the hood by buying Jordans. And they don't own any means of that production. Hell, in many cases, they're not even buying the shit in their own neighborhoods. And I think it's that disconnect that between me and you in this case, that, you know, that it's, if you believe that, yeah, I challenge, like, you know, how much of, you know, in business, you know, in that instance, because that's not, in my opinion, blacks buying Jordan is not a good thing. They should be wearing work boots. Hell, most of them are underemployed. I see their paychecks and shit.
So as a so-called business owner, right? And MasterKim says you control about $8 to $10 million in assets, right?
No, you might be a little generous, but go ahead.
Okay, but cool.
Go ahead, yeah.
Generosity is great. Whatever, millions of dollars in assets, right? Then you understand that your units would be the same leverage as people leveraging time and energy through other people, right? You have, let's just say for the sake of conversation, you have 30 units, right? And in those 30 units, you're looking to have them occupied, have an occupancy of like 60, well, and I'm sure in your case, probably 90 to 95% because of the low, you know, margin or whatever the case may be, right? And so that would be the same thing as people leveraging their money with other people. So so-called black people do not manufacture Jordans, right? However, Jordan is a brand. Jordan has, he owns Jordan. He has a brand called Jordan. And when you purchase with Jordan, there is a resale aspect of it that is with other people of the community where you could benefit, profit, so forth, so on as well. And so if you're spending that money within your community, if you're earning that money within your community, spending it back in your community, then it is a market unto itself. When you work and you're trading time for dollars, that's fine if that's what you want to do. But the problem, hold on real quick, because this was what the problem is, right? They care about so-called black people, but you never give them no game. You always sit there and you ridicule and you disparage them. But then when a person like me come up and I'm dropping game, you always want to stop me and interrupt me, right? You don't want me to really tell the game. You don't want me to really tell the behind the scenes about what I'm doing and the fact that you're mocking somebody who is not stupid at all by any stretch of the imagination, nor is disillusioned. So allow me to finish. So basically, the thing about it is, if you understand the difference between assets and liabilities, that's the first thing, right? But also spending the money within your community, right? And being able to build the money up, then you understand that that is a business in a business market. If you're working a job, then you laugh at people that make $32,000 in the place that you live at, right? You laugh at people that make $40,000 or $50,000 in the place that you live, because you understand that no matter how much they work, and if that's all that they're earning, then they are going to have a very meager living.
Well, can I stop you for 1 second? I'll let you keep going. But you mentioned the meager living. Earlier today, I thought I was teaching this morning about family breakdown. And you've probably heard about the squatter here in DC. It makes the news once it becomes a squatter issue. But I see it long before it hits the news. This is what the purpose of this channel. That's family breakdown. Family was never mentioned in any of those videos that talked about that woman. But I talked about the family. 2 grandmamas, 2 granddaddies, a husband, baby daddy, whatever, friends. Nobody came to rescue her. Nobody even showed up to help her haul her shit away. That's family breakdown. That's what you see in low trust societies. In high trust societies, where people can be trusted, you get shit like this. A fucking white boy calls me. He said, "John, I ain't got nowhere to go. I was thinking about heading up to DC. You got a place for me to live?" "Sure. I trusted you ain't gonna do that black folk shit by trying to take me to court once I let you in here for a few days." And then you know what else? The cherry on top. He said, "You know how to work." He don't read them fucking books. I ain't asking about what books he bringing. I asked him, you got some tools you bringing with you? Can you paint? He said, yes, sir. I said, my nigga. And then you know what else he said? I said, you want to live around YT? I'll put your ass in the white neighborhood. He said, nah, I want to make some ghetto content. I'm going to live in the ghetto. Now, where I'm going to put his ass, and he been here before. It ain't as nice as Hoover where you live. Ain't no fucking shopping malls. Like, there are shopping malls in Hoover, because I know I used to go, well, you say you live in Hoover, I used to go over there and shop when I was growing up in Alabama.
The Galleria? Okay.
Galleria, the Galleria, River Chase or some shit like that. I remember it all.
Mm-hmm.
But this ain't no River Chase Galleria mall around here. This ain't Hoover. This is more like Hooper City. You know what Hooper City is, right? You know, you ever been to Hooper City? You probably never been to Hooper City, bro.
I haven't. But what
Yeah,
does that
no, that's right.
wait, but see, that's what I'm saying. That this is.
But did you hold on. Before I'm gonna let you go, I promise you. Do you get the point that I just made though? This white boy right here on the screen, in about 7 hours now, he's gonna walk into one of my houses, no questions asked, in exchange for some labor. And then if you do a good job, I'm gonna put him in contact with other people. In a rich city like DC, you know how much it would cost a nigga to move here? You know how much it would cost a nigga to move here? Even just to move here in one of my rooms. This white boy about to walk in with no money in exchange.
Squalor.
Do you understand that economy right there?
Right, he gets to live in squalor for menial labor.
Okay, you think it's squalor? You think it's squalor? I'm gonna show you some squalor. I'm gonna show you squalor.
Didn't you say it? You said it. You said that. Oh, the blacks be around the blacks and the blacks, and it's the slum.
Why you don't want to live around them? If you think they live,
I'm repeating your terminology. Didn't you say black people don't know? Didn't you say black people have a meagre existence and don't live well? Didn't you say that?
Boy, you serving it up for me.
You comment about how poor blacks live every day?
You might want to slow it down. You might want to slow it down.
So he gets to work for menial wage to live in squalor. Okay, cool. That if that's the life that he wants to live, that's fantastic for him. I'm proud. I'm happy for him.
Look at that, Izzy. This is how blacks live. Izzy. Could you believe blacks live like this? Izzy?
Those are your places that you offer, right?
No, but they don't look like them.
That's your place that you offer, right? Mm-hmm. In Southeast, right? In the midst of the hood, right? In the lap of depravity, right? So this
made
is
it
what
like
I'm
that?
saying.
Do you think I made it like that?
See, hold on. See, this is the thing. You want to have remedial conversations. You really don't want a solution. You really don't want to help people. I just came up here just to expose the hypocrisy and expose the disingenuousness that you converse with. That's it. That's all I did. I just came to allow you to say whatever you say behind my back to my face, and then number two, to expose you for the hypocrisy and the disingenuousness that you go for. That's it.
Hey, Izzy, Izzy, before you go, right? You would agree that room is filthy. Would you agree with that?
I don't know.
Can you see it? Can you see it?
No.
I just want, let me know if you can see it though, because you can't see it
at all. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Say that one more time.
I'm not even looking at the screen at all.
Oh, okay. Well, once you get a chance, take a look at the screen.
I'm not interested, John. See, this is what I'm saying.
What you mean you're not interested?
Because I'm trying to have a genuine conversation.
Me too. That's why I want you to look at that screen right there. Hold on. Can you look at this screen? Can you at least just look at it? Will you at least do it? Can you at least look at it?
Okay, I will when I get them on. I'm attempting to have a conversation as far as business versus working for a wage, and we do recognize that profits are better than wages, correct? Are profits not better than wages?
Yeah, I mean, if you own your own, if the profits are yours, of course, right? And so I have nothing, no kind of qualm with anybody who wants to work. I think it's awesome. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. At the same time, you do understand that we're having a different level of conversation. You're a man that does not work a job. You have businesses. And so with your businesses, with your real estate portfolio, maybe you do a little bit of programming here or there, whatever the case may be. Maybe you did programming for X amount of years, but you're basically living on the other side of that, and you're allowing your real estate portfolio to provide passive income for you. Is that true or not true? Partly true. It's active income. Is it? Because this is how that room looked before the black moved in. This is how it looked. Yeah, look at that. Nice room. Nice. And then the black came and this how it look. Have mercy. It's the same room.
Nobody can't even see that, John. I'm be
You
honest.
can't see it. You can't
I'm
see
on
it.
my
Look.
phone. I really can't.
Oh shit!
I'm
You
on
got
my-
to come back later. You want me to put the link in the video to this one for you so you can see how blacks live? I'll put the link in the back chat. So when you go home tonight and you show this to your children, you show it to your children, say children don't live like this.
My children.
I put it in the back. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Like, that's what I'm saying. I know they wouldn't, because you know you like to keep yourself nice and clean. But this is how a lot of blacks live. Izzy, it hurt to see. It hurt to see, because again, this is how I delivered the room to the person. Boom. See it? Look.
I can't.
Look, this is how I delivered the room.
I'm on my phone. I can't.
Yeah, I know. But for the people in the audience, this is how I delivered the room.
John. Hey, John.
Yeah. Look at that motherfucker.
You're out here in the DMV, right?
You know where I'm at, nigga. You ain't just that nigga that was here. Yes, you ain't just that nigga that was here the other day with JP.
Just John. Okay, one.
Hold on. You the nigga that was here the other
John. Yes.
Oh, okay, all right. And you know where I'm at then, nigga.
Right. And you know where I'm at. But listen though, what I'm saying is this. Why do you act as if, like you saying, this is how blacks live, and it's like you make it sound as if it's something secluded. Bro, I promise you. That reason why I said us living in the DMV, you know, this is like a melting pot. This is like New York Veneer, small New York version. Listen, bro, I have been in some absolutely filthy, horrendous white people homes, Spanish, all of it. Like the fact is, bro, if a person's dirty, a person is dirty. You trying to seem like that, but I mean, you can just flip it and you already know, come on my side of town, and it's the total complete opposite, and it's nothing but black. And it's like, for some reason, you keep trying to ignore that factor. So I guess maybe that's your stick, that's your little narrative that you go with. You know, that's your MO. All right, cool, whatever. You know, we all just content creators. It ain't nothing, bro. But my whole thing is, wait. I'm landing it. It is extremely landing it. It's extremely disingenuous for you to solely make it seem like just, bro. I have seen some horrific white people cars and all, just filth. You can't even see out the windshield, bro. I have seen it, bro. White people. Have you ever seen the show Hoarders? You know how many white people are on Hoarders? They are disgusting. So don't do that, bro. I digress. My mic is muted. I just wanted to throw that in.
I got you. We're gonna cover you too, because since you're here, I got something for you too. Bro, in your county where you live, I'm gonna give you some advice. You live in that gated black neighborhood. I know where you live.
Oh boy.
I know you've already told us, so I ain't doxing you. I'm gonna give you some advice right now. Get the fuck out. Do what the other blacks have already done, and you better get out now. This is my advice.
I think you were talking to Izzy about something. John, I think I'm okay, John. I'm okay.
I got people in my chat.
I think I'll be just fine. I'll be just fine, John.
Hold on. I got people leaving comments on my channel saying PG.
I don't care about the people commenting, bro. I said I'll be just fine, bro. I think you want to finish something up with Izzy before he go, bro.
I'm just telling you what it's okay. Don't take my advice.
Because you know I don't care, John. You know I don't.
Hey, there you go.
We all know how this game goes. That's so black.
They can't listen, bro. I'm giving you something straight.
What are you talking?
Listen, listen. Boy, I've been around a long time. Let me show you this. Oh shit. Let me show you this. Oh, you got me going. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, let's see. So I used to do some work for a lady. There it is. Serendipity. Serendipity. Bowie Town Center. You know what it is? Listen.
I'm 5 minutes away from it. I can walk to it.
Yeah, I did some. Damn, it's a fucking mosquito in here. I did some work for a lady. Developed her database. Bowie Town Center.
Right.
And Bowie's not a bad area, correct? Right.
It's actually phenomenal compared to where most people live.
Yeah. Bro, I'm gonna tell you, I'm just being straight. If I were you, if you got some equity in your property, right now, and do what all the rest of the
I'm
smart.
not selling the house, dog. It's no more if this is a family home. It's going to pass down to my kid.
All right.
All right. So are we good with that now? You gave it to me straight.
You already said what you're not going to do. But I'm going to tell you
No, I'm not selling the home. No.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to tell you
Great home in a great location.
Yeah,
you know how many people wish they had woods in the back? Like, stop it, bro.
Hey, let me tell you, look, I'm
Five things that bring up the property value of this place.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen no matter what you do. So I ain't telling you what to do.
Okay.
Bro, I work for people. I used to work for a lady. I built the Bowie State University website. I did, right? I worked for a black lady. She had a company.
Right.
And so one day, and I've told this story on my channel.
This is funny. You told me to move, but you ain't told me why.
Hold on, I'm telling you. You got to be quiet, though. So I show up at the lady's house one day. She like, damn, these niggas just broke in my house. And there was a golf course behind her house. It's Beverly Woods. And I said, damn, are you going to report it? She said, nah. I said, what? You're not going to report a fucking burglary to your house? They burglarized her ass in the morning. As soon as she took her kids to school, they walked right in the front door.
Okay.
Hold on, let me finish. These are facts. And so she didn't report. I said, why not? She said, well, if we can reporting the crime around here, it'll make the neighborhood look bad.
I mean, that's her dumb ass if that's what she wants. I can't speak for that.
Hold on. I'm talking. That was a concerted effort because it wasn't just her. Understand.